Hey, what's up to all my Korean dreamers? My name's Nash and I'm super happy to be here in your country.
Something to you, you're more than a feeling. Whoa, you're something I'm needing. And if you feel lonely and left out with nothing to do.
So I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I live there as well now. And I've never left. I went to college there and everything else. So in the neighborhood I live in, it's called Silver Lake, and our favorite bar is called 4100 Bar. It's really cute. It's just a nice little dive bar, simple drinks, like, you know, regular stuff. And then I don't like anything too complicated ever. I could have written a juice bar just as easily, and that would have probably done the job. Pressed juice, juice served here, those are my spots. And then Beacon Echo Park for eating. It's in the boathouse on Echo Park Lake, and we love Echo Park Lake. We go and walk the dog there, and it's super close to the house, and it's just an awesome little area. So the Boathouse Restaurant Beacon is really great there. And then for going just to see like something that I love in LA, Larchmont Village is great. It's just like one block of little shops that have like my favorite pizza place, and there's a Salt and Straw, which is like amazing ice cream, and a bunch of cute stuff like that. I buy my shoes there. There's some clothing stores and stuff like that. There used to be a Blockbuster. So it's kind of like the street I grew up on is what I always say. No, I wasn't. That's awesome though. Thank you. Yeah, basically when I started making music, because I was a DJ for a long time, so when I started making music, I set out to make 3 EPs called You, Me, and Us. And the idea for me was that I wanted to capture the feeling of what it was like to go through a breakup. So you, and then finding myself, me, and then us, which is finding something new, but also the feeling of the universality of going through a breakup and understanding that that's something everybody's going to go through at some point in their life. You know, in that there's a lot of songs about heartbreak, there's a lot of songs about myself, there's a lot of songs about other people and love and all these different things. And yeah, I'd gone through a really tough breakup. It was my first breakup, so those are always really tough for people, I think. And so I hope now that those projects exist for people to be able to refer to and listen back to and know that no matter what, it's going to be okay. Because what I always say is that, like, I feel as though my purpose is to let people know they're not alone in whatever they're feeling. So if that's sad, if that's amazing, if that's empathetic, if that's alone, if that's whatever it is, I want to make songs for those feelings so that people feel like somebody else gets it.
I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you.
Good question. My family is awesome. My mom and my dad and my sister still live in LA as well, and fortunately, because of things like that news I just got about the song still being in the top 50 and everything, I'm able to help them out quite a bit, and that's a wonderful feeling. But all of that aside, my family is a group of people who have taught me that I always have somebody to go to communicate with, no matter how I'm feeling. So I'm able to go home and heal, and that's what home is all about for me. So in making that song, I just kind of wanted to give the listener somewhere to feel like they could go to heal, because that's what my parents have always presented to me. So I hope that song acts for people in that way, and when they put it on, they're able to know that, like, wherever they are when they're listening to that song, that's home for them.
And it
doesn't matter where we are, we are never far apart.
Yeah, I mean, so my label and my genre and everything, I just call it Happy Sad, because I couldn't really figure out a box to fit myself into, be it like hip-hop or alternative or rock or whatever, because I kind of walk a bunch of different lines, because I love a bunch of different kind of music, so I reference that, and that comes out as the stuff I make. So I like to think that, like, nobody's ever a fully happy person, or nobody's ever a fully sad person, or anybody's depressed all the time, or having the best day of their life every day. Like, all that's impossible. So happy sad to me is just kind of like this mixed emotion thing, where, like, you kind of lie in the middle of all of them, and you kind of just, like, yeah, like, some days I have good days, some days I have bad days, and that's just that. And yeah, You was definitely a very, like, sad EP, and then Me started to get a little more bright, and then Us obviously has, like, more of, like, a love connotation to it, because that was the goal of walking through it. But, you know, they're an endless loop, and feelings are just feelings, and you never know what day you're gonna have them, but it's important to feel. Well, yeah, that's actually one of the biggest ones for me. So the emotions I want to bring to the table when people listen to my stuff, Lately, the new stuff I've been working on, actually, funnily enough, is songs that make people think about how they think, because I'm a huge Jack Johnson fan and music like that, and I feel like what he does so well is he kind of makes these songs and these lyric ideas and things that just leave the listener being like, wow, like I've never thought about it like that before. So that's definitely something I'm working on a lot right now. And then beyond that, like I just want people to know that it's okay to feel. And because I feel like a lot of people weren't raised the same way I was, which was very like open communication and it's okay to talk about whatever you want, and I always had people to listen, and so I want people to feel like that's what I do for them, hopefully, is allow them to know, like, you know, like it's okay to communicate how you feel. When they come to the shows, people let me know how they feel, and they wait to hang, and we'll talk about it and how the songs have like affected them, and I just ask them like, how do you feel? And they're like, I feel great, I'm hanging out with you. I'm like, perfect, just like hang on to that, you know. So I just want to leave people with positive energy, because like I only have so much time on this planet, so even though some of the songs are more sad, like hopefully people can listen to that and say, hey, you know, like that made me feel better. Because if we feel together, then we'll feel better, and that's just what that is.
What do you think?
Yeah, similar. See, but these aren't perfect circles though. I'm sure he knows that, but like, so these ones definitely are. These are more like a Wayfarer cut. And then, so it makes it really easy for me when I go to Sunglass Hut or whatever. I just look at the wall, and if I see anything that's not perfect circles, I can just leave. Because, like, I'm not going to wear them because I know what looks good on me. So these ones are close, but see, they have a little bit of an oval thing to them. So, yeah, but they're close. He's a very attractive gentleman. Each flower resembles a different thing. So on you, the butterfly art is a butterfly leaving a dead daisy, is what the metaphor is, because it's like that's the thing that's like floating away with what feels like the life, but it's also like means that, like, you know, you're moving on and you're flying away and like you're leaving something behind. And then me, the big daisy, is like, look at me, I'm so proud to be myself, and like this is me showing that off. And then us is the short-growing lavender, because what lavender does, as we all know, is eventually becomes a big field of lavender. And so that is to mean like it's one little stalk of lavender that's going to grow into a big field, because it's going to be us. And that's kind of the metaphors for all. Well, the easy one is to tell them to check out Hate You Love You, just because like they're always like 200 million plays. I'm like, yeah, you know, like, but I don't ever really say that anymore. I usually say like, listen to I Love You So Much, or like, of what's out, Feelings Fade, Tell Me It's Okay, Rumors, Get Well Soon. I usually tell them everything, but Rosa always says, check out Hate You Love You, or somebody around us will say that. But I don't like saying that, just because that's an easy one, and that's just like, oh, you're that guy. And it's like, no, I'm not just that guy. I have a lot of music out, and people really like it, you know? I mean, right now, I'm just home. I'm just working on new stuff. This run to Asia is kind of the last trip I have before I focus on new music entirely for a couple months, because I haven't stopped touring in a year and 9 months. So, yeah. I've had like maybe a week at home. This last month I had before I came here was 3 weeks, and that's the longest time I've had home in over a year. So I'm really excited to be home, and I'm really excited to work on new music. And I don't really know what it's going to sound like yet, because I haven't even really properly started. But I know that it's going to be very, very feeling related. However I feel, and I've had a lot of feelings over these last couple of years, and I write them all down whenever I can, and I write ideas down, I record voice notes, I have some demo ideas and stuff like that, but nothing that's locked. And I think it's just going to be kind of like I've had a lot of time to have a lot of feelings, even though they've been all like on the road and all these different things, and they're very personal feelings, and they're not necessarily all about relationships. They're just about human emotion, because something that my friend Max, who I mentioned earlier, kind of broke me out of the rut of thinking, is that not everything has to be heartbreak or happy or sad. There's anxiety, there's insanity, there's negativity and positivity. There's all these different emotions that a human can experience, and I wasn't really ever accessing them because I was living in this realm of the you, me, and us thing. So now, like, the next group of music is definitely going to be about all the feels. Just want to say thank you so much to all my Korean dreamers one time. I can't wait to come back out here and be able to hang out with y'all on some headlining stuff of mine. I don't know when that's going to happen, but hopefully it does, and hopefully I see you there. And I love you so much. Peace.
Whoa, you're something I'm needing.